Hello, friends. I'm feeling good. Just left my comic book shop. Work's done for the day. I've got this short box that I bought at the comic book shop. Inside of it are the 14 new comics I bought today. Huge day for me. I keep adding on titles, and just a lot came in this week anyway. This might be one of the biggest weeks in a really long time, and a lot more $4.99 and one $5.99 books in there. Sorry, $3.99 and $4.99 books in there. So what I'm going to do, who knows if I'll get to read all of these this week. So while I'm showing them to you, while I'm doing my haul, I'll just review them, even though I haven't read them. I mean, that's the professional thing to do, believe me. From my days reading writing for newspapers. Well, there's a whole story there with a website that I once worked for. But anyway, yeah, I just distracted myself while trying to decide whether to tell that story. I picked up The Valiant, issue number 2. I don't think I've mentioned The Valiant issue number 1, but I really liked it a lot. It's scripted by Lemire and Kint, and even more excitingly, just beautifully drawn by Paulo Riviera. So this is going to be another great issue, a lot of fun to read, sort of state-of-the-art mainstream commercial comic books in a sense, even though, Valiant is, quote, an indie publisher. They're just kind of like a better version of Marvel or DC, right? So this is going to be state-of-the-art of that. It's going to be slightly soulless, but I still enjoyed it a lot, or will enjoy it in the future a lot. Dark Horse Presents number 6 is going to be full of kind of cool stuff, but a little disappointing. Nothing that, totally blows me away. Apocalypse number 3. The art's amazing in here, and the story continues to progress really interestingly. I think it's just 6 issues, so I'm gonna say that they haven't moved along the characters enough for me if it is just 6 issues for the full effect of the story, but otherwise really good. And again, just like The Valiant, buoyed by incredible art by Shane Davis. Crossed 100. Oh boy, this issue gets a lot grosser. And I'm still struggling with Alan Moore's weird future speak. And it's a little bit dumb and a little bit, yet makes me feel dumb, not fully understanding it. But despite that, I kind of got a kick out of reading it. Rumble, in issue 1, this is Rumble issue 2. In issue 1, I wasn't sure whether I liked this or not. But now it's really developing characters and a plot, and it's got a unique twist to it that really makes me want to read more. Supergirl. I've jumped back on the Supergirl bandwagon. This is my 3rd issue of Supergirl. I've been reading it with my daughter because she likes any comic book that's got female heroes and is set at a school, and Supergirl currently goes to a school called Crucible. This issue was a bit violent, and I kind of was a little uneasy reading it with my daughter, but she believes in Supergirl, so I'm going to believe too. Here in this picture, Supergirl actually has pants, which is nice. My daughter actually comments on how her outfit is cut off too short up on her hips. So, yeah, those pants were really good. Batman, Superman, this has been a really cool arc with Superman getting his own Joker, but I really wanted it to wrap up this issue, and I'm not so thrilled by this pseudo Jim Lee style art. That still bugs me. But I'm going to stick with this till the end of this arc, and then again let Batman and Superman slide. I can always pick it up in trade. It's a bit overpriced. New 52, Futures End. Another great addition to the ongoing tapestry that is Futures End. I just love it. Every week, this is one of my best books. BPRD, Hell on Earth. Man, I'm so confused. But I'm loving the James Herron artwork, and I'm sticking with it. Getting a bit bored of these covers that always have this divide here. It's getting too uniform. Book of the Week, Gru, Friends and Foes. I just happily laughed my way throughout this issue and just had a good time. And sometimes that's just what you want from comic books. Beautiful colors, too, from Luth. Okay, Autumnland's Tooth and Claw. I was really looking forward to this issue. It's got a very interesting, if kind of weird, wraparound front cover. This issue, I began to wonder which character I should really care about. I need more of a focused character to keep me going. Batman and Robin, best cover of the week, perhaps of the month. A great issue. Tomasi and Gleason are still like hitting it on all cylinders after that kind of filler of of Robin Rises Alpha. Glad we can just get back to the good stuff. This is still probably my favorite Batman book of the moment. Penny Dora was awesome, particularly reading it with my daughter. Just knocked my socks off, because it knocked her socks off. Such a delight. Creative, unique, wonderful. Batman Eternal. Yeah, Bluebird at last, but I don't really care anymore. The art was a struggle, but the coloring made up for it, and it feels like some of the threads are coming together now. So I have hope for the last 10 issues that they can stick the finish. I'm hoping they're going to have a lot of issues written by Scott Snyder and James Tynion together at this end point, the way they did in the first few issues, and that could make it all come together. So those are the 14 issues I bought today, and that I have not read, but maybe I shouldn't read them. I've already got all the pleasure out of reviewing them. Yeah, so what was I gonna say? As usual, my shop tried to slip me some variant covers on Tooth and Claw, on Batman and Robin. I mean, God, I would be really pissed if I missed out on that cover. So I think I caught all of the substitutions they gave me. I don't know what their thinking is. If they know that people don't like the variant covers and they try to stick it to people like me, why do they order so many variant covers? Do the companies force it on them? I don't know. And I don't, why would the, why would Diamond or DC give too many variant covers to the shops? What's the story there? Or why would the shops think that, someone who buys 50 comics a month is the person to pass off these lesser covers to? Anyway, one thing I didn't do is, because I know that this crossed cover is really gross. I didn't even look at the crossed covers, and I know that they usually do many multiples of covers at Avatar. They certainly did for the first issue of Crossed. And now that I look at it, there's a whole thing I've got now where my daughter wants to look at everything, and I know that she will have nightmares from certain covers like this. I think I don't know if I mentioned on video or just to people in person that the last time she went into the comic book shop with me, she saw an issue of Spread and basically cried and has never asked to go to the comic book store again. And that, you have to keep in mind, when she does visit the comic book store, they give her a free lollipop. So she used to always want to go to the comic book store. So yeah, these gross covers are a real problem for me. She kind of understands that that there are some comics that she doesn't want to look at the insides of. But when they're in the cover, she can't avoid seeing it. So anyway, talk to you all later. Bye-bye.